Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Kathy, and this is part one of a two-part series of What's Up Next in the Idaho versus Kohberger case. In order to determine that, we need to refer to the redacted order governing further criminal proceedings and notice of trial setting that Judge Hippler entered. It is docketed October 9th, 2024, so you can follow along. If you go to the link that I have provided in the description to this podcast episode, you'll be able to pull this document down and read along. Page 1 deals with matters that are a little bit down the line when the voir dire will occur, and that is the process of selecting the jury. That begins July 30th, 2025, with trial scheduled to start itself August 11th, 2025, but I would argue the trial really is starting July 30th because you can't start trial without a jury. Go to page 2, and this is the motions section of the order. What is a motion? A motion is an application for a court order. The parties just can't pick up the phone or stop by Judge Hippler's office and say, Judge, the other side is doing something improper. I want you to direct them to do X, Y, or Z. These things are done in a motion. This is an application for a court order that you'll see one or the other side's file. You'll see then a response that is due process, the opportunity to be heard by the non-moving party, and they'll give their thoughts on the motion and why the judge should not grant it. And then a reply. It's the final item. And this is the moving party now replying to the response. They don't get an opportunity to re-argue their entire motion again. They've already done that in the initiating paper. The first paragraph that's not numbered is the section entitled Death Penalty Motions. These deadlines have all passed. The hearing was on November 7th, 2024, not November 1st, not October 30th, because this trial order says so. It was held November 7th, 2024. All that needs to be happening now are the rulings, which will be rendered down the line. Next paragraph, discovery motions. What is a discovery motion? Well, we know that a motion is an application for a court order. Discovery is evidence that one side, usually the defendant, believes is in the other side's possession, custody, and control, that Mr. Kohberger has asked the state to turn over. Can't call the state attorney, Ms. Taylor, can't call and say, hey, turn over everything that you have on suspect vehicle 1. That needs to be asked for in a discovery motion. The deadlines for discovery motions are exactly the same as the next paragraph, which is the Rule 12 ICR motions we're going to go over in a moment. Last day to file motions to compel. That means to order the other side to turn over this discovery that's still outstanding regarding any known unresolved issues. Unresolved is here, reminding us that the parties are supposed to be trying to work out their differences amongst themselves. And if they can't, then you apply for a court order through a motion to compel. Deadline, November 14th. Responses, deadline, December 6th. Replies, deadline, December 20th. And then oral argument, just like we saw on the death penalty related motions, January 23rd, going into the 24th if necessary. As I've said, the next paragraph 3 follows all of the deadlines that I just went over with you. These are the motions governed by ICR, Idaho Criminal Rule 12, including motions to suppress evidence. Very important. This would be a motion, for example, that Mr. Kohberger might be filing to suppress any information regarding IgG, DNA, or any other related evidence. Going down to the next section, discovery and expert disclosures. Mr. Kohberger's deadline for discovery is January 9th, 2025. And we're going to go over the expert disclosures in part 2. Please join us. Again, this is Kathy. I want to thank you for joining us here today.